What makes Iowa special? There really aren't barriers. IIHR is an example of how we can work across departments and across colleges and really take on these big ideas.
As an experimental fluid dynamicist and a fluid mechanician, I hold probably most important to be the level of sophistication and the level of rigor with which my peers and myself are able to run experiments. Iowa's track record in that respect is second to none.
I checked out the facilities here and it was like an instant hit. I knew if I got accepted, I wanted to come here.
This is a 1:24 scale reduced model of a portion of the Ohio River.
It's near impossible to find institutions that have functioning and well-instrumented towing tanks. Among those, this is probably one of the most active and dedicated to collecting high-quality scientific data.
These kinds of facilities are one of a kind, especially for our purposes. We're able to simulate exactly the controllers, the rudders, the propeller, etc. Having the tools doesn't always do it in itself. Having the right environment in terms of the right people around you that can show you the way, I think, is key.
Really what it comes down to is community and culture. It's one with a common vision, one with a common sense of purpose.
It's a very helpful environment that really fosters my growth as a researcher.
What sets us apart is not just breadth, but the depth of the research we conduct. We are expert in a number of different topics, and that really characterizes us.
They're trying to create people that can go into many different sectors of the environmental fields, of the food, energy, water nexus, and I thought that was a really cool idea. I'm going to be looking at making a snapshot of lead, copper, and arsenic in Iowa small community water systems.
Was supposed to our one of the first tests.
In Iowa, it takes maybe a week or 2 weeks of heavy rainfall to completely flip the situation from drought to flood. At the Flood Center, we track storms, we estimate rainfall with high resolution in space and time, and then our models convert this rainfall into runoff and stream flow, and then we track the water as it flows through the river network. We got an opportunity to put all that research experience and tools that we have developed over the years into something tangible and helpful to the people of Iowa.
We've both had a very significant impact on the state of Iowa, but yet in those local projects like the Flood Center and the Nutrient Center, we're working on scientific problems that are important to the rest of the country, to all of humanity.
I like science that has concrete implications. Doing research that has an impact not just for my generation, but for my kids, my grandkids. That really makes me that much more motivated moving forward.
What you see is really an evolution of an institute that is dynamic, that moves with the times, and the people who move it, they are the people who take it there.
The national and international reputation of the Institute has been part of our culture, in the 97 plus years that IIHR has been in existence.